Thanks for coming for this wonderful night and event. I'm going to let Dru Arstark, the director of the gallery, say a few words and introduce our guest of honor.
Carole FEUERMAN, who is one of the best hyperrealist sculptors in the world, perhaps one of the best sculptors in the world. And we are just so delighted and honored to have this current solo exhibition of her work. This has been quite a summer for Carole. She has 2 pieces in Venice right now. If you're going to the Venice Biennale, there is one in a group show at Palazzo Bembo, which is part of the Venice Biennale. And then she also has one right in Giardini, which, if everyone has been there, it's basically at the entrance of Venice Biennale. And what that is the Golden Mean, a version of the Golden Mean, the diver outside. And then at Palazzo Bembo, she has a version of one. So I hope everyone gets to go there. Moreover, she's working on one of her largest commissions of a double diver, which is probably one of the biggest projects, right? Most significant commission you've ever gotten. And I know this has just been an incredible summer for you. And then even with all of that, she had time to make this wonderful new piece that we are showing for the first time, the Double Diver, which is a bronze with gold leaf. So here's Carol to tell us about her magical process. We love her.
You know, life is about relationships. So I want to thank all of you for being here, because every single person in this room I have a relationship to. And it makes me very happy to see many of you that I haven't seen in 20, 30 years, and the new people that I'm going to have a relationship with, and my good friends. So it makes me very happy. I have been working on my art since I'm 3 years old. And some of the pieces here are not as hyper-real as I'm known for. Not that they're not real. I took my first departure with the diver that you saw outside, and I actually had the guts, and I say it takes guts to say, no, I'm not going to paint it hyper-realistically, even though all my collectors and all my galleries and all my fans want the water drops and the hyper-real, but I'm going to do it with a patina, a black patina, and I'm going to do it oversized, and I'm going to do a monumental piece, and I did it, and I'm really happy because showcasing it here. It was asked, the model for it was asked to be in the Venice Biennale, and the city of Peekskill somehow raised a small amount of money, which was okay with me, and they bought it. So I'm pretty happy about that. So the other thing that I'm very proud about is I broke the $1 million, whatever it is, and sold my first piece for $1 million. Not that I'll make $1 million. And I'm working on it, and it's called the Double Diver. So I made a diver, and then I outdid the diver by making 2 divers. And I'm working on it, and once again, I'm not doing it hyper-real, and I'm not even doing it like that. But if you know my work, I also melt metal till it becomes liquid, and then I pour it into sand cast molds, and I drip and splatter it, and no two are the same. So one of my galleries talked a company into commissioning me to make a 36-foot double diver. But before, and they agreed to do it, and I'm working on it. I was in Arizona yesterday in a foundry, 120 degrees, sculpting 30 feet of wax. And simultaneous with that, I told Dru and Jim, who are just the greatest gallery to be with, and I love that I'm here with the best 23rd Street sculpture garden you could ever hope for.
And the only one, but that's beside.
I told them that, I want to have, the show is almost done, and I want to have my friends back, so let's do something, let's have a night like tonight, and I'm going to make something special for everybody. So I'm going to make a miniature. This is a miniature next to the double diver, next to 36 feet. And I've been working on this for tonight to showcase for you. And it's a model. This is bronze, but this is not the poured and splash. This is a model. And I think it came out good, I like it. And I rushed the foundries, we gotta have it ready. So. And I'm also making, I like the single diver, so I'm making one like that. So this is what I showcase. And I also, for tonight, have something really, I don't know if it's cute or if it's kitsch or whatever it is, but where is it?
Right behind you.
Okay. So my most iconic piece is Serena. there's a 17-inch miniature here. So I thought it might be nice in gold with real diamonds. I don't know if I'm getting glitzy in my old age, but so this is a little gold one. And that's
For the
also
person who has absolutely everything.
yeah. So nobody's. So these are all like. It's cute, isn't it? Oh my God.
We'll put it next to the mini Swedish.
Yeah, you gotta stand next to it. No, you don't have to. But you know, you want to see. So anyway, I started, I mean, one of the questions I guess you want to know is how did I start? So I started with shoe polish on my mother's kitchen floor when she left me with a babysitter. And I hate swimming. No, I love swimming. It's a joke. No. I do love swimming, but I really don't like to get my head wet. But I like to watch swimmers, and this is Aaron Chow, and he has introduced himself to me via email, and he is bringing me two of our world-famous American swimmers from the Olympics, Charlie
Hoshi
Ocean.
and Lauren Perdue. They both won the gold medals in London Olympics this time. So, and they're very great to work with you.
Yeah, and I'm very excited because they're coming mid-August, and I'm going to do sculptures of them. I'm giving you all the new stuff.
That's good.
So and so I have to come up with, once again, something really special, and I'm trying to figure it out. What am I going to do? I'm not quite sure, but I will try to do my best, as usual. So going back to my youth, I remember in the olden days, and I can say that now, I'm going to Jones Beach, my feet hanging out the window of our convertible. In those days, nobody had seatbelts. I don't even think we had baby seats when we came home from the hospital as babies. I remember our mothers carried the baby on our laps. And you young people probably can't believe that, but that's the way it was.
And we survived.
We lived. We weren't allergic to gluten. Allergic to milk. What else?
They didn't know about attention.
Fred is an amazing artist. We're very good friends. There's some really great artists here. But so anyway, where was I?
Baby seats. Baby seats.
Oh yeah, so I was coming home in the convertible from Jones Beach with my feet hanging out the window and thinking, gee, I love the beach and I love the water and I love to go there and I love the swimmers, and I used to watch all the swimmers as a kid. And mostly I'm an observer. I may even be a voyeur. I'm a starer. I'm all those things. I stare, I look. I still do that. So do I love swimming? I love watching the swimmers. I love the water as it comes off their bodies. I love to watch the patterns the water makes. And I visualized a swimmer in 1981 coming out of the water with her hair back, and she was coming forward, and I did this sculpture called Catalina. I don't know if you know it. It was my first, most famous swimmer. It was a sculpture of a woman, and she didn't have arms. And I was thinking of a woman as a survivor, and how hard it is as a woman, especially then, to really make it. I mean, there's so many things that sometimes, like a woman who's raising a family. I raised 3 children as a single parent, and you know, I visualized myself, and I could relate to this woman swimmer and what she had to go through to achieve, and how the Olympians had to go through. When I did this diver, I was thinking of an Olympic swimmer and what he has to go through to achieve. And if you go too far, you could either break your back or you could fall over. So always when you're struggling to achieve something, you have to maintain yourself, your inner self, a sense of calmness and a sense of balance. And most of my sculptures, if you look around, they're not just sculptures that struggle to achieve, but they're also, I try to give them like a balance to them and a harmony. I try to make them to calm themselves within, and that's what I'm always trying to do within myself. So each one is a little bit of a self-portrait to a certain extent. And some people even say these, I'll admit something. I didn't have such a happy childhood. So sometimes these were like my friends, and these were people in my life. These sculptures became very real to me. And I created this originally, like this body of work, so they were very real, and I kept making them more and more real. And I'm still doing it after 35 years. So does anybody have any questions?
Carol, do you still have a studio at Star Lehigh Building?
No, I
Where
have
are you now?
It's on 27th and 6th, and I have another studio in Jersey City with much higher ceilings, because I'm doing bigger work. So I have 2 studios. A lot of my assistants are here. Why don't some of you come up? This is Alvaro. He does photography and my videos, so if you see YouTube. Ronnie, fabrication. This is who else is here? Where are you guys? Where's Rob? This is Rob. Rob is my painter. He went up on 20 feet to paint the diver and to do the goalie tap and many other things.
Yeah.
This is Margie. Margie is going to be the new manager of the studio. She's leaving the Whitney to work for me and manage the studio. Some of my other assistants.
Sam is here.
Oh, Sam. Sam is new. Sam just started and he's doing very well. He's an excellent sculptor. Thank you. It's about between 9 and 13 assistants. Not everyone can come tonight.
Why did you choose Arizona as rather than locally for you?
Okay, so I'm doing this huge piece, and right now I work in many different metal foundries because I have a lot of commissions worldwide. And each foundry only has a certain amount of people who can work on the waxes. And one of the foundries I use regularly is in Pennsylvania, and they're doing about 9 pieces for me. I have a commission from the president of the Guggenheim. Yeah, the Guggenheim. I'm doing a very big piece. And they're doing several other huge pieces. They're making these. So they're busy. So I needed a different foundry. So I have... Hi! Oh my goodness. So all different places. So the foundry is really terrific in Arizona. He used to run Talix. Yeah, he used to run it, and he just impressed me as somebody who could do the job. So I went out there to look at his facility, and I thought, we would be able to. And they're doing a great job. It's a very big facility. They know what they're doing. I like working with his people. But it's a big piece, 36 feet.
Wow.
A piece like this is an addition now?
Yes, yeah, it is. Addition of.
How many?
So we were trying to figure out.
You don't even know.
I think it's gonna be, ta-da,
Don't say.
this is number one. That's right. It's gonna be under 50. How's that? I think it should be 48. My gallery thinks it should be 38. But I know that a lot of people already want to buy it, so we'll see. But it's going to be a small edition. Most of the pieces, speaking of editions, are 3. But the miniatures, and I call it a miniature because it's so much smaller than the actual one, are editions of under 100, and usually under 50 or under 100.
But each one is unique,
Except that.
except this one. This one only.
But the painted ones.
Yeah, painted.
So, all right, and you'll be around till 8 if anyone wants to talk? And-
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be around.